And I'm going to start out tonight with a poem that it's kind of apple season. I also, just last Friday, buried my stepmother. And this poem was written about 4 years ago before she died, when I was sitting in a hospital room in Seattle. I divided the poem in 3 sections. And it's really the second section as you listen to it. And you know, when you read a poem and you have it in front of you, it's easy just to go over it and figure these things out. But I really think when you're reading a poem out loud, I like to give a little bit of what the poem looks like on the page, because I think it helps you visualize it. And the second part of the book was really about her. And even though I was observing the impermanence of her life, I think the thing about impermanence is the ability to see what you get back too with loss. It's not always about loss. It's about what we get. And this poem is called Pomology Lessons. And if you don't know what pomology is, it's the science and practice of growing fruit. Pomology lessons. 1. Out the 9th floor window, the sky is filled with oyster light. Clouds migrate. Buildings exhale. Morphine drips. 2. My father pulls the nurse aside, asks how long before his wife can go home, explains they have pies to bake. Before she can answer, he begins a lecture on Liberty Apple pomology. He describes deep red skin with fleshy yellow insides, praises their hardiness and vigor, elucidates her on their one demand of well-drained soil. And when he senses the nurse become bored, he becomes animated, especially at the part about low disease susceptibility. How they are foolproof, really. Reliable, well-balanced, and sweet. 3. Back home in their garage are bags of yesterday's apples, tree limbs unfettered, fruit resting ripe on cold cement.